Union has pledged to ensure that there's no security vacuum in Somalia as its troops begin a gradual exit from the Horn of Africa nation. Well, let's now hear more from Ambassador Simon Mulongo. He's the former deputy head of AMISOM and a consultant on governance, peace and security. He's joining us live via Zoom from Kampala. Ambassador, thank you for joining us on the program. The African Union has pledged to complete its security transition from Somalia by the end of 2024. However, experts have warned that the withdrawal poses risks for Somalia and the region. What are your thoughts on that?
I think the African Union is in a predicament because on one hand, there are conditions, particularly by the donors and the resolutions of the UN that they draw down. And they have to do that by June with additional 4,000. Yet on the other, there is a need to sustain the gains by maintaining certain levels of the presence of the forces. So I think there has to be a kind of compromise to ensure that the forces do not draw out to the extent of compromising the security of those forces. Because definitely coming down from 22 strong to less than or about 10,000 and yet spread across the operational area in Somalia will render the forces quite vulnerable.
And what steps should Somali authorities be undertaking to reform and strengthen the country's internal security structures as the African Union mission continues with that exit process?
I think the country should step up in terms of first generation preparations to recruit massive numbers, train them, and have them enhanced in terms of combat training so that they're capable of taking over security responsibilities. In the meantime, I think the forthcoming joint technical assessment that has been initiated by the UN will consider whether the drawdown as proposed will continue or not. And in my view, they should be able to hold it until the local forces gain further capacity. This is because we should avoid a scenario of Afghanistan in which the forces managed to draw down in a manner that the Afghani forces were not capable of sustaining security. So they have to strike a balance. And secondly, I think the review of the forces of the ATMIS should be to the extent that they move away from the heavy FOB system as it is now to something much lighter, a lighter footprint that will enable them to have much more mobile, agile forces to be able to pursue these terror groups that are very mobile and move in smaller units across the vast areas of the operational area.
So what's next for Somalia, particularly after the AU forces' mandate ends by 2025?
If things go as they are now, the Somali forces will be much vulnerable, and the Al-Shabaab definitely will take over. So in the circumstance, it is strongly advised that they have to maintain a minimal level of external forces, the AU forces. And I hope that the new mission that will take over from ATMIS will have such a number of the forces and with such a revised strategy and tactics that will be able to ensure that they counter the current levels of Al-Shabaab, who are actually thriving very well in the vast areas because of the inadequacies of these foreign forces so far as they are now. So they need to adjust in terms of the strategy and also in terms of tactics by providing them with much more enablers like motorized and perhaps a lot more close air support facilities and in such a way that they move from the current disposition. So that perhaps will help to enable the Somali national forces to build up further capacity before the foreign forces can totally withdraw.